Hey, I'm Jolly, and this is something that's been weighing on my mind since the first ever vape meet that I've been to. We'll discuss all three, basically. I'll try and keep this short and sweet. So the first vape meet I ever went to was in Philadelphia. It was at a bar. And basically what happened is we went to this bar, and then we were put on the upper level. And it was pretty secluded, which was kind of nice because everyone was kind of, didn't know anybody type of thing, and it was a pretty small event. And then from that point, I was just kind of like, why are we secluded off? Why aren't we downstairs with the rest of the people who are, here to actually be at this bar for just, socialing and, drinking or whatever. But then we went to another meet in Philadelphia, which was Vape Fest. And there, once again, a little different setting though. We were in a hotel, and we got a conference room in the hotel. But there were some people who were staying there who came down. They checked out what the event was all about. Um, and I'm assuming, just like with VaporCon, people that were at restaurants or whatever that we went to were questioning it, and then they came along possibly. I didn't hear too much about that kind of stuff, but um, then we had VaporCon where we literally almost bought out the entire hotel. I think it was like two, three people at that entire hotel that were not e-cig related vapors, vendors, and that kind of stuff. Then there were two other hotels that people had purchased since the entire hotel was sold out. But unless we actually went out and gathered people up that aren't e-cig knowledgeable and weren't there for the event, no one outside of that group really knows anything about what went on there. And it just seems like to me a huge waste of potential. Essentially what we could do instead is what I would like to do at the very maximum level of idea right now is get with the Cancer Society, and I understand that they probably wouldn't want to do this just for the simple fact that visually vaping and smoking look a lot similar in design and aspect, and there's a lot of controversy over whether e-cigs are harmful, if they're not, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And to the credit of those who say that they possibly are, I mean, there's not a whole lot of research done as of yet as to whether you know this has a long-term ramification on our health, which personally I don't feel as though it does, but having that study done would be great. That's a whole other topic for another video or something like that. But why aren't we taking this stuff mainstream instead of having vape meets where we're excluded into a building or a section of a building, and then we're hidden inside of a conference room or whatever else? Why don't we take this out into the public, into people's faces? There's tons of events that we can go to that are outside, that are just for public masses, but we can also set up at those same places. Any type of cancer walk or anything like that. Uh, Not even having to do with cancer related. The last time I was down in St. Louis, I went down to the Arch for the 4th of July, and that entire week was just crazy down at the Arch. I mean, there was different types of vendors and stuff all set up down there. There was everything from like test your cholesterol to Budweiser, and I don't understand why we're not doing something similar in design to that, where I'm technically a vendor, even though I don't really consider myself one. But there's a lot of other vendors out there. We could take these things and move them into a setting such as that, and then the entire mass of public that's going to come to this event anyways, they may or may not realize that we're going to be there, and then people are going to be smoking and all that kind of stuff, or people who have friends and family and they don't smoke will be there, and we can give this knowledge to people that here's my experience with this stuff. Here, check out this device. This is exactly what it is. Here's what not to buy. Here's what to buy. When you're more advanced, this is something you might want to look into. And I just think that we're wasting a lot of our time and resources on events that are great for us, the e-cig users, but we already know all this information. We already, for the most part, know what it is that we want from what we already have, as where these other people don't have any experience or any truthful knowledge as to you know, how e-cigs could benefit them, their friends, their family members, and that kind of stuff. So this is just my ideas. If you guys have any, you know, comments about this, or ideas, you know, video responses or text message stuff below here, whatever those called, comments, that's what it's called. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys for your time, and I feel like I just need to get this off my chest because it's been bubbling up for a while. So you guys have a glorious day and keep vaping.